I'm going to show you everything you need to know as a beginner for Holy Priest in Season 4 of Dragonflight for both Mythic Plus and raiding without any information overload. Starting off with the stat priority, the main thing, especially as a beginner, is to prioritize getting higher and higher eye level gear over the secondary stats. A lot of people are going to tell you exactly what you need and things like that on the secondary stats. If you're a beginner, just concentrate on getting higher eye level and you're going to do more healing. It's as simple as that. If you would like to delve a little bit deeper into the secondary stats, however, this is the priority from left to right that I recommend. Critical Strike being one of the top ones for Holy Priest, it synergizes really well with our Mastery, which I'll go over shortly, and it also is of course going to give us a higher and higher chance the more we have to do double healing on our spells. Next up is going to be Mastery, and what we have as Holy Priests is something called Echo of Light. Whenever you heal someone, whether it's a single target or multiple people at a time, you're going to get an extra hot or heal over time on the targets called Echo of Light. And basically, the more mastery you have, the more this extra heal over time is going to do on the targets you're healing. And again, like I said, this is going to benefit from Critical Strike. Versatility is the next one. This is going to increase healing done, increase damage done, and reduce damage taken a little bit. And it's a great all-round talent. You generally are going to want some more of this in Mythic Plus than you are in Raid. And lastly, we have Haste. That's going to impact how quickly we can cast our spells, how quickly things come off cooldown, and our heals over time, like our Renew spell, which I'll go over shortly in the rotation, will actually heal quicker. Imagine it's healing over time, so it's healing every 1 second. With more haste, it could be every 0.9 seconds, for example. A quick note on talents. I'm not going to be going through every single talent as it's a beginner video, but this one on the left is for raiding, this one on the right is for Mythic Plus. There's a link in the description so you can import these straight into your game directly without having to worry, and I am going to be going over some of the core important ones you need to know about when we go through the rotation. Before we do that, however, I want to show you some of the really important and big cooldowns and utilities we have at our disposal in Season 4. First up on the left-hand side is Guardian Spirit. We can put this onto a target, increasing the healing they receive by 60%, and it's actually going to save them from death. So if they go to 0 health, ta-da, you've got a second chance. And that is why Guardian Spirit is so fantastic. There are certain boss abilities that are guaranteed to kill that this won't work on, but most of the time, if you're in a bit of a tough spot and you can see someone's health dropping, and you think, I don't think I can heal them in time, this is a lifesaver, quite literally. On the bottom then, we've got Divine Hymn. It's a large channeled AoE heal. Channeled and AoE, what do they mean? Channeled means you have to stand still and channel the spell, so you just stand there like doing the big hymn, and AoE means area of effect, and therefore it is healing multiple people. It's a great cooldown, especially in raids, as is the holy word salvation here. Your raid leader may tell you when to use this, normally to synergize properly with other healers, etc. And we're not really going to be using these too much in Mythic Plus. The holy word salvation then is a massive heal, giving loads of heal over time renews to all targets in the area. It's just a big jumbo heal, again, that you're going to be using in raiding. Power Infusion is a really interesting one. Infusing the target with power for 15 seconds, increasing their haste by 20%. There's this talent here on the left-hand side that we're always going to be taking, Twins of the Sun Priestess. Power Infusion also grants you 100% of its effect when used on an ally. Basically then, you always want to use Power Infusion on an ally because you will also get 100% of the benefit, whereas if you just use it on yourself, only you benefit. Use it on an ally, you and an ally benefit. Looking at the utilities then, in Mythic Plus specifically, Holy Priests are loved. That is because of Mass Dispel. Top here dispels all magic in a large radius. We do also have a normal dispel, which dispels one thing, but the master spell is a placeable master spell, and you can see it here. I can place it in this large area, cast it for a few seconds, and boom, I've dispelled everything within that radius rather than just one person. When there is the whole group being affected by magic effects that need dispelling, this is fantastic, and no other class has anything like it. On the bottom then, we've got Symbol of Hope. It's going to give some cooldown reduction for party members and some mana regeneration. It's also a channeled spell like our Divine Hymn. We've got Levitate, which is going to levitate people. If you've got to jump off a cliff or go down a waterfall or, I don't know, things like that can be really, really useful so they don't obviously die of fall damage. And then we have Angelic Feather. This is going to be able to place a feather at wherever you place it that grants movement speed. There is also a macro you can make so that it automatically places it at your own feet so that you can speed yourself up with these feathers whenever you like. You can get that on Wowhead or somewhere if you like, or just join my Discord and I'll give it to you in there. Oh, Leap of Faith as well. Nearly forgot about that one. Basically, that just pulls the target to you. If they're standing in the fire, etc., you can whip them over to yourself and take them out of whatever is putting them in harm's way. Now that we're in game, let's actually look at how we're going to use our spells, what spells we have, the core talents, and how it all comes together. Before I get into that, I want to show you something on my UI. It's this big cluster of spells here, and you can see I can't click on them. That's because it's a weak aura. Weak aura is an add-on, and this specific weak aura is by Luxfos. It's Luxfos Priest Dragonflight. It's in the description. You'll also see my UI is quite well, actually it's less complex, I'd say, than the Blizzard one, but it's completely custom, made by me, using an add-on called ElvUI, Voodoo, and Details. If you would like it, you can join my Patreon, also in the description, which is going to get you access to my WoW spreadsheets and access the Patreon channel and Discord where you can talk to me and ask me questions, and also get in my UI and a lot of other things on Patreon. So again, this is just visual, and it gives you your resources and all of your cooldowns, etc., all in one place so you can see them really centrally. This big bar in the middle of my screen then, this is the core spells we're going to have. I'm going to start off with single target and raiding. Although not really single target, more just raiding to start with. So this spell on the left here is Flash Heal. This is a quick flash heal that's going to do some single target healing. And then we have Renew on the second one. This is quite simply a hot or heal over time spell. So you can see here it's going to heal the target for 30,000 over 15 seconds. We've then got Prayer of Healing, which is a AoE heal. You can see here it's going to heal multiple allies. So we've got a single target heal, our heal over time, and our multi-person heal. Next one is quite interesting, and that's Prayer of Mending. It's on a 10-second cooldown. You can place this on an ally that heals them, and the next time they take damage, it then jumps to another ally, jumping up to 6 times and lasting after 30 seconds after each jump. Basically then, you can put this on different allies, and it'll, when they take damage, it'll jump around, healing people as they need it. Then we've got these two interesting spells, and these are actually called our holy words. We've got the blue one, which is Serenity, and the yellow one called Sanctify. You can see here on my Luxfos Weak Aura, there's a blue bar and an orange bar, or yellow bar. That symbolises Serenity and Sanctify. Holy Word Serenity performs a miracle. Oh, thank God. Healing an ally for a huge amount of healing. Cooldown is reduced by 6 seconds when you cast Heal or Flash Heal, max 2 charges. So if I use this then, and I use it again, I've used up both charges, and you can see it's on a minute cooldown. When I use my Flash Heal, you can see the cooldown is actually reducing at quite an alarming rate, in a good way. And we use Flash Heal, and oh my goodness me, we can use it again. So basically you can see here then, what we're going to do with this is it's our big single target heal, and then we spam Flash Heal to get the cooldown back. In the same way that Sanctify is a placeable AoE heal, area of effect, and you can see it's going to heal everyone in the area. But this one is going to have its cooldown reduced when you cast Prayer of Healing and Renew. This one's Renew, our heal over time. You can see it's reducing the cooldown for a few seconds, and also Prayer of Healing, our AoE spell here, again is reducing it massively. So basically, you've got your 3 or 4 sort of main spammable spells, and then you've got your 2 holy words that are reduced by cooldowns, single target heals then reducing the cooldown of Serenity, AoE and more multi-person heals or heal over times, reducing the cooldown on Sanctify. We then have Circle of Healing, which is just a basic AoE heal that you can use on cooldown, 10-second cooldown. Halo, which is going to emit a big halo around yourself like that and do some healing. You can use that on cooldown. And then we have Divine Word. The effectiveness of your next holy word, Serenity Sanctify, is increased by 30% and grants a corresponding divine favour. So basically the effectiveness of these 2 spells is increased. Don't ignore Chastise, we're not really going to be using that in this tutorial. Sanctify blesses the target area, healing up to 5 allies over 15 seconds. That's the AoE one, makes sense. Serenity, Flash Heal, Heal and Renew are going to heal for 30% more and cost 20% less mana. So basically, when we use our Divine Word, you can see it's going to proc these two, which are then going to be even better, basically. Let's just recap on what we've learned so far. So we've got Flash Heal, our single target heal, Renew, our heal over time, our AoE heal is Prayer of Healing, our Prayer of Mending that bounces around people and is very efficient, our 2 Holy Words, Holy Word Serenity for single target, the cooldown being reduced by Flash Heal, and Sanctify, a placeable AoE Holy Word, with its cooldown being reduced by both Prayer of Healing and Renew. Circle of Healing, another AoE heal we can use on cooldown. Halo, one we can use on cooldown. And Divine Word, a 1-minute cooldown that we can use to enhance our Holy Words. The only other ones that I've spoken about and haven't shown is Divine Hymn. You can see here I'm channeling Divine Hymn, doing some AoE healing. That's the big cooldown. And then also we've got, let's move it up here, Holy Word Salvation, a big 12-minute cooldown, healing all allies within 40 yards and applying Renew and 2 stacks of Prayer of Mending to each of them. Now, if you're thinking, oh my lord, 12 minutes? Well, here's the thing. You know how with your Holy Words, the cooldowns are reduced by these spells? Well, Salvation then takes that to the next step. The cooldown is reduced by 15 seconds when you use your Holy Words. So you can see here the cooldown ticking away. You can see then when I use my Holy Words, the cooldown is reduced a bit. So where these ones reduce the cooldown of your Holy Words reduce the cooldown of your Salvation. You can now see here, we're going to go for a little few nuances now, that my Flash Heal has procced something. You can see that my weak aura here, and a sort of angel wing has appeared on my UI here. That's from this talent just up here in the corner of my camera, Surge of Light. Your healing spells and Smite, which is a basic DPS spell, has an 8% chance to make your next Flash Heal instant and costs no mana, and it stacks to 2. So whenever you're healing, you have a chance then to get an instant and free Flash Heal, which of course you can use when needed, when you see that come up. It does have a maximum of 2 stacks. You'll get an Angel Wing there and an Angel Wing there when it comes up. Above that is Binding Heals. 20% of your Flash Heal, healing on other targets, is also going to heal you. So when you heal others with Flash Heal, it's also going to heal you a bit. Another thing to notice about Flash Heal and a few other spells is this one over here, Pontifex. Flash Heal, Heal, Prayer of Healing, and Circle of Healing increase the healing done by your next Holy Word spell, that's the cooldown ones, by 6%, stacking up to 5 times. So if I use Flash Heal, you can see I've got 1 stack of it, 2 stack of it, 3 stack of it, and then when I use my Holy Word, it absorbs it. And you're probably wondering, what the hell is this Naru going on in the background here? Well, that is Divine Image, this talent down here at the bottom. When you use a Holy Word spell, you summon an image of a Naru at your side for 9 seconds. Whenever you cast a healing or damaging spell, the Naru will cast a similar spell. So when you see that, it's a passive thing that's just good, okay? You don't have to worry about it. If an image has already been summoned, that image is empowered instead. The other talent that's important is this one on the right here, Epiphany. If this is starting to sound a little bit confusing, a lot of this is passive and just does stuff without you really having to worry. And I am taking this into account when I'm showing you the rotation. Like when I'm saying use Prayer of Mending on cooldown, Epiphany is taken into account with that. Your Holy Words have a 25% chance to reset the cooldown on Prayer of Mending. That's this one, and I'm saying use it on cooldown. So when I'm explaining some of these talents, don't think, oh my gosh, I've got to remember all this. Obviously, it's good to remember them, but don't worry, I am taking these into account for you. Another little thing here is Benediction. Your Prayer of Mending has a 12% chance to leave a Renew on each target it heals. You'll see that, it's fine, it's just doing extra healing. And then another note on Prayer of Mending and Circle of Healing here. So these are actually also, due to the Voice of Harmony talent here, going to reduce your Holy Words. Circle of Healing, reducing Holy Word Sanctify. Prayer of Mending, reducing Serenity. So this one reducing this one reducing this one, okay? They also are going to reduce the cooldowns on there. Let's just recap it then, because that is everything for single target, or raid healing, should I say, not single target. Flash Heal, a pretty spammable single target heal. Renew is your heal over time. Prayer of Healing, an AoE heal. Prayer of Mending, an AoE heal that bounces around. You should use it on cooldown. Use your Serenity Holy Word for big single target healing when needed. Cooldown is reset by Flash Heal, and also Prayer of Mending. Your Holy Word Sanctify, your big AoE heal that is reset by Prayer of Healing, and also Circle of Healing. Halo you can use on cooldown as well, which is just going to do a big halo of energy healing everyone. Divine Word is a cooldown that empowers your Holy Words, and Salvation is your big super duper heal. That's pretty much as you need to know. Now that we've looked at raid healing, I want to quickly show you the differences we'll be changing if we're going into Mythic Plus healing. And there really isn't many for Holy Priest. Again, this is the Mythic Plus build I recommend, and it's down below in the description. I'm just going to talk you over the few changes that we have made. First of all, no more Halo. The reason for that? Well, it does this huge halo sprouting out from you, and that could pull extra mobs, etc. So instead, we've opted for something called Divine Star. And you can see here, it's a boomerang that you throw out in a certain direction, and this can pull mobs as well, so still be careful. But basically, throws out a Divine Star, healing everyone in its path, dealing damage to enemies in its path. After reaching its destination, comes back to you and does the same thing. Very simple, very quick cooldown, use it on cooldown, Bob's your uncle. We also no longer have Circle of Healing, boo-hoo for us. And we no longer have the big super duper heal Salvation Holy Word. Instead, we have something called Apophysis. It's on a 2-minute cooldown, and you gain a charge of your holy words and enter a pure holy form for 20 seconds, increasing the cooldown reductions of your holy words by 300%, reducing their cost by 100%. Basically then, when we do this, if I use up some of my holy word cooldowns, so you can see it a bit easier. When I go into Apophysis, boom, I've suddenly got 1 charge of each. And you can tell you're in Apophysis because you literally look like an angel. So you gain an extra charge of this. When I do use them, you'll see that the flash heal is actually regenerating them at an alarming rate. You can see how quickly they come back off cooldown now when I'm in Apophysis. So it's massively reducing the cooldown reductions from your other spells on those holy words, reducing the cost of them, and you get an extra free charge of them. One other thing you're not going to have is Prayer of Healing. It's going to be a lot more spot healing, of course, in Mythic Plus, and therefore we don't take that. You can, of course, it is just here on the talent tree, so just take something out of something else if you want, or go into the raid build and then change things up a bit. It's entirely up to you if you don't like it. But yeah, we don't generally go with Prayer of Healing in the Mythic Plus build. We take Divine Star instead. We take Apophysis instead. And that's really the main changes here. And that is pretty much it. You now know how to play Holy Priest in both Raiding and Mythic Plus for Season 4 of Dragonflight. Oh, one thing I've missed actually is to explain the set bonus. Where is it? I've got it on here somewhere. Holy Word Serenity, which is your single target holy word, is going to apply 18 seconds of renew, remember your heal over time, to its target. Holy Word Sanctify, the big AoE one, is going to apply 6 seconds of renew to everyone it heals. The 4 set, Renews Healing, has a chance to cause your next Holy Word Sanctify or Serenity to not consume a charge. So these charges have a chance to not be consumed. And they're also going to cost 50% less mana, and that accumulates up to 2 charges. So again, it's a fairly passive set bonus that we're already taking into account. You don't need to use Renew as much, in fact, not really at all once you have the set bonus. It's a really, really actually fun season in Season 4 for Holy Priests. I'm really enjoying it. If you want to see any other specializations, including the Priest or other specs, I am doing all of them for PvE and PvP this season. Click the playlist here or check my homepage where there's a shelf for current guides. Also, don't forget to subscribe and leave a thumbs up if you did like the video. And by the way, if you want to see this in action, I often stream, usually every Monday evening, UK time, but sometimes on other evenings as well. I do stream a lot on my Holy Priest in Mythic Plus. If you want to see it in action, come along, hang out, and you can ask any questions about the spec that you have there as well, or again in the Discord. Thanks for watching, guys, and have fun playing Holy Priest in Season 4.